The Tale of the Three Engines. Once upon a time, there was a little tank engine called Jamie. He lived in the sheds with his mum, Eliza, and his dad, Mac. He also lived with his grandpa, Edwin. However, something bad happened. Edwin had two tenders, but one of them could be invincible. However, he was given medal for team. It's like cancer for trains. And so he had nothing left to live, and he was going to die in a few days. No one knows when and how, but Edwin has accepted his fate. One morning, it was a sad day. Jamie was getting up. "Good morning, Dad," he said. "Good morning, son. I'm going to talk to Grandpa." "Jamie, don't. I'll be fine, Dad." Hang on, just need to check something. Just being safe than sorry. Grandpa Edwin was asleep, but he wasn't asleep for long until he heard a whistle. What the? "Hi, Grandpa." "Ugh. Justin, my grandson." "Actually, it's Jamie." "Oh, sorry." "How's your condition? Is it getting better?" "No, Jamie. It's not." "Wait, are you..." "I think my time's almost up, kid. I'll soon be joining your grandmother." "But, Grandpa..." "No worries." "Jamie? Now, Jamie, what if I told you about interrupting your grandpa when he's sleeping? You know he hasn't got much time left." "Oh, don't blame him, darling. After all, he's just a young engine." "Quite." Then Mac looked at his dad. "Hey, Dad, how you feeling?" I'm getting better. But, nah, what am I kidding? I'm gonna die soon." "We know how you feel. But death's a part of life." "Don't worry about me. I'll be joining your I'll be joining your grandmother in heaven." "Grandpa, could you tell us a story, please?" "Well, since I'm not going anywhere anytime soon because of my condition, sure, why not? I know a story. It's a story that has to do with me and this tender right here. I'll tell you the story how it happened. And this is a story Grandpa Edwin told. Long ago, there were three engines that were leaving, that met on their journey, and they were leaving to go back home. There was a red engine, a blue engine, and a green engine. They were heading off to where they need to go. The red engine was heading back to England. The blue engine, however, he was heading to to America to start a brand new life and the green one was heading to Germany to finish his quest to defeat his enemy. They were heading off to start new life. Come on, little blue one, we haven't got all day. You're pulling me. Besides, my name's Edwin. So, Jackson, when you think Scott's coming? Coming. Stop! Why? What's so worrying to stop? As I was saying, why are you worried? There's nothing to be scared of. Well, I heard from rumors. Apparently, any engine that crossed the bridge, George, they perish. Please, that would never happen to us. What happened to us, Jackson? Oh, no. You know what? I don't care what you say. I'm crossing that bridge. Are you coming? I'm with you, George. No, guys, wait. If we cross the bridge, nothing's bad's gonna happen. It's not like the bridge will collapse. Fine. But Eddie, young Eddie, didn't know what was gonna happen. They crossed the bridge. And they were crossing to the other side. However, their path was blocked by a black-looking engine. This engine, he had no face, and his paintwork was rather old and dirty. And he looked like the Grim Reaper himself, because it was none other than Death himself, otherwise known as the Grim Reaper. Death was coming closer to the three engines. He was angry that because he'd been outwitted by 3 new victims, as engines who crossed the bridge would normally fell into the ocean and die. But Death was coming. He pretended to congratulate him. "Well done for outbidding me," he said. "Each of you deserve a prize. Now what is it?" The green engine said, "I want some new buffers, but not just any old buffers. Buffers that will help win your enemy." Death granted his wish and gave him some buffers that could destroy the enemy anywhere. They have the ability to do anything. The red engine, who felt fond of doing this, decided to humiliate Death further, and he asked for a way to bring engines from the grave, because he wanted to bring the love of his life back from the dead. So Death unwillingly gave a piece of coal to him, but this is a coal, if he put it into his firebox, it'll bring the love of his life back from the dead. "I'm taking her back from you," he said. Death ignored him and turned to the third engine and asked him what he would like. He was meaning to the blue engine. Eddie, but he's known called Edwin, but that was real, but he goes by Eddie for short at the time. He didn't trust death. So he gave us a request that I will never forget. May I wish I have something that you will never follow me from this place. Suddenly, Death's own tender appeared at the back of Edwin. Death said, "Take it." "Thank you," said the Blue Engine. Good luck for the rest of your journey. I know you need it. And Death willingly went back into the mist below. The three engines watched. They didn't know what was he talking about. He's just getting crazy and crazy, said the big green engine. We're going our separate ways now. Alright, let's continue on our journeys. Of course. And then they crossed to the other side of the bridge. But then the three of them would begin to leave, and they went their separate ways. And this is the last time that the three engines will see each other, and they'll never see each other ever again, no matter what. The first brother, the green engine traveled a long way away, and he finally arrived at Journey, and then he met an engine that he had a quarrel against a while long ago. Victor, the LNER P2. Back for more, have we? They don't know when to quit, do they, Victor? No, indeed not. Have you finally had the chance to stand up? Me, boy. At first, no one said anything. I thought so. Now be a good champion and run along. But he wasn't going to let that big green engine bully him around. So he did something. Vance! Yup! I can't stop! The P2's friend tried to help Victor, but then he was stopped, and he could never. This was all part of the big green engine's plan. His buffers were working, and he was using them to kill his opponent. Then the points were switched. Two were switched 3 times, and then the LNER P2 was heading to a siding, but this siding was turned into a siding that will end someone's life. He was going faster. Victor was getting scared. Please, help, please, make me stop, please, I'm sorry. Please help, anyone, do something, anything, I'm sorry. Boom. See you around, boy. Victor tried to apologize to George, but the big green engine would have none of it, and he killed his opponent. But he didn't know someone was watching him as he left Journey. That night he was bragging to his maid. I'll tell you this, he said. I killed him. Whatever you're doing is your business, sir. I just want to get paid. It's funny. I'm holding the devil's buffers right now. And to be honest, I feel guilty for shaking the buffers. Please, sir, I just want to get paid. Are you scared? And ask me what I'm scared. Are you scared? Why go down with the devil when you have the devil right here? I'm off my way. Good. But you didn't know the maid was working for someone. Once she was finally out of sight, she stopped. And then she parked right next to the yet-to-be murderer. Well, don't you worry, he's drunk, so you'll get an easy kill. Now, I'm off. Of course, you'll get the bill and then you get cash in the mail. Thank you. You know I'm risking a lot, right? I know. Well, I'm off. See you around. Good luck with the mission. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Take this! The murderer threw the fuel tanker at the big green engine. Before the big green engine did something, wait, the buffers were going to turn against him as he was rolling to the back of the shed with the fuel tanker. Wait, no! He cried, but it was too late. Then, without clock, bang! The big green engine is dead. The murderer took the buffers, so Death took the big green engine for his own. Meanwhile, the red engine, he made it home without any troubles, and he burned the coal that Death gave him and in his firebox, and with a cloud of smoke, and to his amazement and his delight, the female engine that stood before him came back from the dead. This was the engine that the red engine wanted to marry before her untimely death. Sophia, it's you. Flashbacks. Sophia, would you ever stop loving me? Probably, but not in a million years, and forever, and ever, and ever. However, because she returned to the modern world, she was sad and alone. She didn't even want to do anything anymore. Please, it's your favorite. She said nothing. Please, you need to eat. But still she says nothing. Until he said, would you ever stop loving me? But she never replied. She never replied those days when she returned. The red engine figured out what he have done. So he decided to do something that would change everything forever. Because what was coming to him, the red engine took a fuel tanker and he decided to do something, and he was going to end his life and join her and be miserable and suffer together. The last words he said was, Sophia, would you ever stop loving me? Those were the last words, but with tears in his eyes, he closed his eyes and did nothing as the fuel tanker was being shoved, going over the mile limit. He was going at a dangerous speed. And then he was heading towards the buffers. He never did anything. All he did was accept his fate and join the love of his life. Death. And so Death, he took the red engine for himself. And so Death searched for the blue engine, but unfortunately, he was never able to find him. Until now, it is a chance. Wait, Grandpa, are you saying that you were the blue engine who crossed the bridge? Yep, that's right. How do you think I got the invisible tender from? Yeah, I completed my journey. I went to America, met your grandmother, got married, and well, now you three are here. And I am now a happy engine. I'm not even sad about this. I'm actually happy I'm going to heaven. So I get to be with you to keep your grandmother some company. But we'll never see you again. Not entirely. You might, when you come to heaven, we'll see each other and we'll be happy for many years. Jamie, as I'm not going to make it to your birthday, I'm going to give you one last gift. Grandpa, you're giving me your the invisibility tender. Yeah, I cannot go live on forever. And to be honest, I don't even want to try. So Jamie, you can have it. Jamie went to collect the tender. However, not only he'll be excited to get a gift, but he felt sad, because this will now be the last thing to remind him of his grandpa. Jamie did what he was told. He went on the track and he collected the tender. Once he was coupled to the tender, he pulled the tender. The tender moved for the first time. Jamie felt upset. He was going to take something from his grandpa, and he felt wrong. The tender that was called the invisibility tender for years was now being taken away, being passed down to generation. Jamie hurriedly went to deciding where his parents saw. The tender was officially still in the hands of the family, while Grandpa Edwin creakily and groaningly went back to the siding. His parts were getting worn and worn until finally they stopped. That was the last cloud of steam he made till he was silent. Then the old eyes were going, My time has come. You guys have to complete your journey without me. Grandpa, I'm going to heaven now. Goodbye, my family. I still love you all. Grandpa? He's dead, Jamie. Jamie knew that his dad was right. Grandpa Edwin is dead. Then a black hooded steam engine was coming. It was death. He was heading to collect his prize, which was Grandpa Edwin. Aha! Found you. And look, I found you. After all those years, you're finally. But then he looked. He tested his studies. You lived a good life. He smiled, but it was a good kind of smile. I know where you're going. A special place for angels like you. He whistled. And the whistle was Edwin saying goodbye. Jamie whistled back. And he didn't know what the last lines. So he gave the tender to his grandson and the entire family. And he greeted death as an old friend, and they departed ways. I think that's how the story goes. Grandpa, if you're listening still, I still love you. We all will miss him, and we'll all love him, said Jamie's dad. You're right. We'll always remember him in our hearts. Meanwhile, in heaven. Ah, there you are. You're in heaven. Wow. I always wanted to go to heaven. And now you can. This is the actual heaven you belong. There's your wife over there. Follow me to Okay then. Sorry, just getting used to it. Honey? Emerald? Emerald? Edwin, my love. You're here. It's been a long time, hasn't it, honey? I'm so glad you're here now. And I'm too, you're here. Well, I must be off. Enjoy the rest of your life together. Death blew his final whistle to the blue engine of the story. And now, last time. So, we're together now. And now, we'll be together forever. And this is the end of the story of the Tale of the Three Engines.